Man, I am so happy to be here in the building. And I just want to say this for you, man. First of all, welcome to Real Talk Tuesday. And today, I just want to focus on one thing, just one thing. This is your peace that we're talking about. I want to focus on your peace today. Listen to me. Too many of us, we will make sacrifices. And some of those sacrifices are good. But one sacrifice that we cannot afford to make is that of our peace. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today, man. So one thing I want to tell you once again, Real Talk Tuesday, every single Tuesday, we're going live right here on YouTube. So I want you to stay tapped in. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, but make sure you hit that bell so that you can get the notifications and you can stay tapped in. You won't ever miss a Real Talk Tuesday. But this is the place where we don't have any fluff. Well, we're not going to sit up here and try to sugarcoat anything. We're going to give you the real. And why do we do that? Because we really do have love for you. Listen to me. I got love for you. Years ago, I told my pops, I said, Daddy, if anything happens to you, he made me make him a promise. I said, if anything happens to you, I'll make sure I take care of my little brother, Quincy. Well, something happened to him 2 weeks later, and I had lived up to that word all the way up until my brother was 35 years old. And at that point, he had lost his life. Why do I share that with you? Because for me, when I talk to you, young king, I see you as my little Quincy. And that same promise that I made to my daddy to look after my little Quincy, I'm choosing to look after you in that same fashion. So with that being said, guys, I want to jump right into this thing. Some of y'all may have seen it, and if you haven't, I want to take you right over to something. Which is our daily affirmation. Every single day for the past 9 days, I've been giving you daily affirmations. And for this particular affirmation, this is what it says. I want you to repeat after me. Today, I choose peace. Yes, say that with me though. Today, I choose peace. No matter what it takes, I will prioritize me. Yep, say that for real like you mean it. I'm gonna say it again. Today, I choose peace. Say that. No matter what it takes, I will prioritize me. Those self-sabotaging egos and prideful ways, guess what? I release. Yep, I release. I choose to be free, letting go of what I can't control and focusing on what I can. I choose to protect my peace. That is your daily affirmation, man, from yours truly, Coach D. And I want you to remember that. So once we get done with this particular live, man, save it, go back to it, or go to the daily affirmation that I posted earlier today. I want you to replay that, man. Put it on replay. Because like I said, some of us, we're good at making sacrifices, but sometimes we're making the wrong kind of sacrifices. In the worst sacrifice that we can make, one of the worst sacrifices is our peace. All right, it's our peace. But what I want to do, I want to share this video with you, because when I saw it, man, it gave me kind of mixed emotions when I looked at it. And I just want you to check it out and you tell me what your thoughts are. All right, so here we go. Check this out.
We released surveillance video showing a stunning moment of compassion after a thwarted shooting at an Oregon high school.
Possibly going to be an active shooter now at Park Rose High School. Need more cars.
It happened back in May when 18-year-old Angel Granados Diaz made his way to the Fine Arts building with a loaded shotgun under his jacket.
I saw the look in his face, look in his eyes, looked at the gun. I realized it was a real gun, and then my instincts just took over.
Keenan Lowe, the security officer and football coach, sprung into action. Lowe, a former University of Oregon wide receiver, rustled the gun away as students ran for their lives. Then, a powerful embrace. After handing the gun off to another teacher, Lowe wrapped Granados Diaz in a hug.
I just wanted to let him know that I was there for him. I told him I was there to save him. I was there for a reason, and that this is a life worth living.
Police arrived soon after, taking the teen into custody. No one was injured. Thursday, Granados Diaz pleaded guilty to gun charges. He will not spend any time behind bars, instead receiving a 36-month probation sentence. The district attorney's office saying Granados Diaz brought the gun loaded with only one round to school while in the midst of a mental health crisis. A crisis averted with a simple gesture.
The universe works in amazing ways. I'm lucky and I'm happy that I was in that classroom for those kids and that I was able to prevent that tragedy.
So, man, when I share that with you, like I say, I have mixed emotions. One, because here we have this 18-year-old. He comes into the school and he's thinking about doing something, right? Like he ain't thinking about doing a whole lot of something because he only has one round, but he's still thinking about doing something. And the reason why he's thinking about that is because he has sacrificed his peace, circumstance, or he just gave it up because of life circumstances, right? Some things that he's dealing with. He just gave it up. He forfeited it. Why do I bring that to your attention? Because I believe so many of us we're no different in the sense that we willingly or voluntarily give up something that is so valuable to us. That young man, the beautiful thing about it is that he actually had somebody that was there that cared about him, right? They didn't just see him as being just some other statistic. You heard, like it was a coach who said, you know what, man, I can see in his eyes that something wasn't right. And I saw that he had a gun in his hand. He was thinking about doing something. So what did I do? I had took the gun from him and I embraced him. You got people in your life right now, Young King. I need you to hear what I'm saying. You got what I call and ones. In my book, Today I Win, when tests go beyond the classroom, I talk about and ones. And ones are nothing more than people that are going to add value to you. If you think about basketball, for instance, and one is saying that, you know what, I went to go to shoot the ball. And when I had shot the ball, I made the shot, but I got fouled in the process. So now I have an opportunity to get bonus points, right? To get additional points. Well, those and ones are just like that. They're going to give you more, right? They're not going to take. They're not going to take. And so many of us, we don't recognize the and ones we have in our lives, or we do recognize who's in our lives, but we'll still give them the stiff arm. We'll still push them away and say, you know what, I'm good on that. Like I'm all right. When truth of the matter, you're not all right. Truth of the matter, you're not at peace. You done sacrifice that along the way. And so I want to share with you for a moment. And the first thing I want you to think about is we keep hearing this word mental health. What is mental health? I really want to break that down. What is mental health? And so in saying that, mental health is this right here. It's a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well, and work well. Simply put, mental health is your state of well-being, mentally and emotionally. That's your state of well-being, your mental health. Is it good or is it trash? Right? That's something I want you to think about. Is it good or is it trash? Or it could be in between. Maybe you like drifting to the point where it ain't good. Or maybe you like trending up and like, nah, man, like I'm getting better and better, Coach D, like for real. Like stuff that used to stress me out, it ain't stressing me out like that anymore. I don't know where it's at, but what I'm asking you to do is to stay tapped in, keep a pulse on what your mental health looks like. Why am I saying that? Again, one of the things that we tend to sacrifice is our peace. And if our mental health isn't there, if it's declining and it's becoming worse and worse, what we're saying is now I'm not at peace. In other words, there's a war that's going on internally, whether it's in my mind or whether it's like emotionally in my heart, my belief system, like there's some turmoil, there's war, all out war that's taking place. For some of y'all know for me, man, I had the opportunity to serve in our country as a United States Marine. And the time I went in, it was 2000 when I had went in right out of high school. And 3 years later, we get the word that it's time to deploy. I'm like, all right, I kind of figured this is gonna happen. And they send us out to Kuwait. At this point in time, and I had my wife, we had just got married 2 years prior. Almost we were going on our third year, and we had two children, a 2-year-old daughter and a 2-month-old son. And I remember having to leave, and when I had left, I remember war hadn't been declared just yet, but we knew that President Bush was about to pull the trigger like any minute. We didn't know when we were coming back. We didn't know if we were coming back because this is new to us. We know we trained for it, but we didn't know if we were going to make it back. We didn't know how bad it was going to be. Long story short, we get over there a few weeks in, President Bush, he actually declares war in his own and pop. I'm talking about mortars are hitting. They hitting the compound that we own. We got to suit up in this whole NBC gear, which is the nuclear biological chemistry, that whole gear that protects you, from gas attacks and stuff like that. We had the mask on, all that kind of stuff, man. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. A lot of us, that's how it is inside of our heads. Like, we're under attack so much so that, man, we're like discombobulated. Like, man, I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. I don't know who's for me, who's against. Like, we in a state of confusion and delusion at times, right? When we don't have that peace. And so my question for you is, how important is your peace to you? That's my question for you. How important is your peace? Some of y'all are like, okay, peace. I hear you, Coach D, but like, what do you mean exactly when you say peace? Here it is. Peace is a state or period in which there is no war. Remember, if our mental health is on the decline, that's saying, man, we at war internally, right? There's some things going on in my head. There's some things going on in my heart. And I'm like, really, I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling. There's war, there's confusion, there's no agreement, there's no alignment that's happening. Like, something is out of whack. And so for you, my question again is, how important is your peace? Let me put it a different way. If mentally, emotionally, you are messed up, how good are you for the people that's counting on you? How dependable, how reliable can you be for the people that are counting on you? You feel what I'm saying? So now in this case, we understand that mental health, man, it's super important. Peace is super important. It's valuable. If I ain't good, ain't no way in the world I can help somebody else get good. I can't, because I'm messed up. Or if I do so happen to be able to help them, once I'm done helping them, now I'm stuck, right? Because I done poured out all that I did have, and now I'm trying to peel myself off the ground or peel myself out the bed because I done went into a state of depression. Hear what I'm saying, young king? So when I think about this 18-year-old, I don't know what was on his heart. He walked to that school, he had the shotgun, he had the one round, and he was about to go do something that he had already premeditated. If you dealing with some stuff, this is what I need you to understand. One, you got to end one in your life. I need you to identify who those end ones are right now. Don't wait until something goes crazy, right? Don't wait until you end up doing something and you like, dang, man, I done jacked up, bro. Dang. You say, clink, clink. You say, I can be doing life. I can get the death penalty. Like, don't wait until that happens. Don't wait until you took a gunshot wound right to the chest. Like my brother, he got 2 shots to the chest, 2 shots to the back. Don't wait until the end and now you bleed now. You're like, dang, man, I need some help. Don't wait to find who your end ones are then. I need you to identify who they are right now for the sake of your peace. I hope you with me, young king. I need you to really tap into this one, man. I need you to tap into this one. And so that's one thing. The other thing, when I think about this whole the king's toolbox, right? I'm thinking about, you got your N1, bet. But what else can we do? One thing that I found that caused us to lose our peace is sometimes, man, we be taking on more than we need to. I'll be the first one to admit, like, that's me. Like, I be taking on so much. Like, I feel like I want to, I don't know, man. I feel like I got this Superman cape on. Like, I gotta go save the world. And the truth is, nobody is built to go save the entire world. Nobody. There was only one that I know of, and his name is Jesus Christ, right? That's the only one. Even then, he didn't go around healing every single body. He didn't go around doing miracles for every single body. He didn't do that. He didn't. And there are times when he got done tending to the people that he went to go make sure his peace was good. And he would go get away and he'll be by himself with the Father, and he's just getting refilled. And all I'm saying is, listen to me. Your peace is valuable, man. But we have to get to the point where we realize, okay, nah, I don't need to be saying yes to that. So if I'm not saying yes to it, that means I'm saying no to it. We got to practice saying no to some stuff. There's some things that we do. It's good, but it ain't what we supposed to be doing, right? It's good, but it's not the right time for it. And so this is where we got to get wise and say, all right, man, which one is more important right now? Is it more important for me to drill down and make sure that I have this routine where I'm practicing uh, I'm practicing keeping my peace, protecting my peace? Maybe I get to the point where, okay, every single day I'm listening to Coach D's affirmations, like every day. I'm replaying that 3, 4, 5 times in a day. I'm doing it. Maybe that's that. Maybe you sit down and say, you know what, man, every single day I'm unplugging, man. I'm getting offline. Like, I ain't messing with social media. I ain't scrolling nothing. Right? I'm shutting down the TV. I'm shutting down the game system. I'm just going, all I'm doing, I'm putting on my music so I can vibe out. Turn off the lights. I'm just chilling. Maybe that's what it takes, Young King. But again, the question is, what will you prioritize? Or are you gonna prioritize, man? Yeah, they about to go to this frat party. Let me go do my thing, man. I gotta go run some like we can do that. And we find ourselves going from one party to the next party. We wake up, we get into the football practices, or we get into the basketball practices, track practices, whatever it may be. We go to work, and it's like it's on repeat, but we never take time to fill ourselves back up. I'm saying, Young King, your peace is vital. And you got to choose to what to say no to and to start saying no to some things. You can miss one party, I promise you. You can miss one or about 10 of them joking, right? Like you can miss them, right? Especially if your peace is at stake. I remember a time, man, when I had and this is more recent, where I had ended up in the ER. It was the day after Thanksgiving. I ended up in the ER because I thought I had blood clots in my lungs. Or no, this one I thought I had aneurysms because I had this really bad headaches, and it was like my eyes were really sensitive to the light. I felt like I had to throw up and all this kind of stuff. So I went into the ER. There's they tested me. They said, no, it's not brain aneurysm. So that's good. But you do have really bad migraines. They said, we recommend that you say no to some stuff, that you set some boundaries for yourself. And then when flipping it over, 4 weeks, 5 weeks down the road, after Christmas, I'm in the ER again. But this time, the nurse said, I think you have blood clots, in your lungs. And that's why you have the difficulty breathing. Like when you go to breathe, it's painful, right? And it set me down, y'all. It set me down. But what was happening is I wasn't prioritizing my peace. I wasn't protecting my peace. I wasn't taking that time to say no to this and setting boundaries and having this time where I can just refill. And what happens now, for those that know, man, my wife, she in a wheelchair. She been in a wheelchair for a minute, right? 19 years we've been dealing with this disorder that she has. And what happens now, my wife, who's in the wheelchair, she's tending to my needs when I should be tending to her needs as I'm laying up in that hospital bed. My kids are there 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning with me, trying to make sure I'm good. When I'm supposed to be there to take care of them, right? But because I did not protect my peace, because I did not prioritize my mental well-being, my emotional well-being, I didn't say no to things, I found myself in that situation. I'm saying, Young King, like if you really want to go after the things you say you want to go after, you're gonna have to take care of that peace, or else you're not gonna be around to realize those goals, those dreams. The other thing I want you to think about is this right here. Some of y'all got friends, man. I talked about and ones, how they add value to you. Some of y'all got some people y'all call homies, y'all call family that may even be blood, right? Who are just the opposite. They draining you. They not adding value to you. And this is why I need you to take inventory and say, you know what? No, man, hold on, Coach. I think you're right, man. Because every time I get around cousin so-and-so, every time I get around auntie, or every time I get around uh grandma, like whoever it may be mama or daddy, brother, sister, right? Every time I get around this person, man, it's like by the time I leave, I'm like drain. They always want something. They always want to ride. They always want money. Like whatever it may be. Like they constantly draining me, man. You need to take inventory. I'm not saying to like cut them off completely, especially if they family, right? Like I ain't saying cut them off, but I'm saying, hey, choose to kind of, I'm gonna give you some time, but I ain't gonna give you a whole lot of time like that, right? I want you to take inventory, man, and begin to know when to limit that time, to set those boundaries with those people. All right. So you got to practice saying no to some stuff. You got to begin to take inventory of the people that you're around, right? And then you got to make sure you're also filling yourself up, man. Like I say, daily affirmations, huge thing. It's huge. The last thing I want to give you is this right here, as it comes down to the King's Toolbox, man. There's a such thing as like breathing exercises. And I know some people like, man, don't be trying to do all this, like, well, what do you call it? The therapist type work on me. Like, don't be doing that. Like, no, I'm telling you, they work. So this is one that you can do. Take it or leave it, but this is one that you can do, right? It's just a breathing exercise. And so essentially what you're going to do when you're breathing, you're just going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. And then you're going to hold it for 2 seconds. And then you're going to exhale for 6 seconds. Do that 3 times. Breathe in 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. And do that again. By the time you do that, you'll find your nervous system begin to like, it began to regulate. And now you're thinking a little bit clearer. In those moments, as you're taking that break, this is what I would say. That's a great time to speak life over yourself, young king. That's a great time to pick up the affirmation and begin to speak, right? That's a great time to start thinking, okay, well, how do I want to handle this issue? Because maybe you got worked up, man. Maybe your girl did something that had drove you like to just be straight pissed, right? Maybe it was something that your coaches did, or your professor, or whoever it may be. Those are perfect times, man, to begin to really think through some stuff. And then what happens, you'll find yourself at the very least, you're not trying to go grab that shotgun and put that round in it and take it back to campus. You feel what I'm saying? So like for real, I want you to really think about implementing that breathing strategy, young king. Like it's like simple things, man. It's things that we like, oh man, it can't be that easy. No, I promise you, if you practice doing that, it can make a world of a difference, man. A world of a difference. So what I want to do right now, though, I want to ask you this question. I want you to drop it in the chat. What's one thing you're letting go this week? All right, what's one thing that you're letting go this week? Now, again, we're talking about protecting our peace, right? So when you think about letting go of something, I'm saying, what's one thing that you're going to let go of that may be costing you your peace? What is that? Drop that in the chat, man. I would love to see it. Like, drop that. One thing. Yep. And if y'all ain't got it right now, if you're watching this replay, man, still drop it. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make sure I do reply to your comment. But what's one thing that you're letting go this week that may be robbing you of your peace or causing you to voluntarily forfeit your peace? Like, what's one thing? I know for me, I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I'm going to limit the things I say yes to. I'm going to intentionally say no to some stuff. Yeah, and I don't even know what the number is, but if I had to throw one out there, I don't know. I'll say I'm gonna find myself saying no to at least 5 times. I'm gonna say no. Well, no, I'll say 7. I'll pick one no each day. Like I'm gonna give a no. And they may look at me like, man, what's wrong with you? You always saying yes to that. Why are you saying no? But for me, I'm going to practice saying no by saying no to something that maybe rob me or that could rob me of my peace just one time a day. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. That's what I'm gonna do. So I love to hear what you got for sure. I love to hear it. The last thing I want to do is this, man. If there's any questions, like feel free to drop those in the chat as well. If you got any questions, I'm gonna hold for about 30 seconds, see if there's any questions that come through. Yup. Questions. What we got? Talk to me. What's good? And while I'm waiting for those questions, man, understand this, that going forward, my goal is to start bringing on, certain guests, to this Real Talk Tuesday live. I think it's important for you not just to hear my voice, but to hear from other people who really do care for you, young king. So I want you to stay locked in, for real. So as for my closing remarks, just what I got for you, man. My closing remarks. I want you to understand that when we talk about peace, the peace of that time period where there is no war, right? There is no war. But again, how do we win the war? Just keep it this simple. Understand that a man who guards his mind wins the war. You got to make sure you protect this thing. Some of y'all got some crazy thoughts going through your head. Now, I get it. Some of that stems all the way back to your childhood. It was that one experience, or it was a series of experiences, right? That you went through and had you thinking the way that you're thinking now. And so you're constantly in your head and you're constantly self-sabotaging, right? You're constantly forfeiting the opportunities, right? You're constantly downplaying your greatness. You're discounting your greatness. You're downplaying your potential, man. And it's because of what you had to go through or what you had went through. And what I'm asking you to do right now, first thing is to just be willing to forgive. When I say forgive, yeah, you forgive whoever the person was that had offended you, but I want you to forgive you for letting that thing hang around as long as it has been hanging around. For letting that thing control you, manipulate you for as long as it's been doing it. Just forgive you. Like, dang, man, like I know I can't help what happened to me, but I can help how I respond to it. And the way I've been responding to it ain't been healthy for me. So, hey, D, I forgive you, bro. Like, I forgive you for letting that trauma like continue to torment you, to haunt you all these years. Like, I wish I wish my brother could have got that, man. Because from 10 years old to 35 years old, he's still carrying these wounds, right? That are not treated, that never got healed. And like I say, he ended up taking 2 shots to the chest, 2 shots to the back, and bled out. I wish he could have heard that, young king. But I'm giving it to you, man. And I want you to know, like, just forgive you. Start right there. Forgive you. And as you begin to forgive you, now be very, very intentional and protective of what goes in and out of your mind, what you think on, what you allow to take up space in your mind, man. Like, be very intentional. If it's constant negative, it's constant doubt, if it's constant self-sabotaging thoughts, like, no, like, dismiss that and start to replay what I said, those positive affirmations. Play those 30 daily affirmations from Coach D. Play those. All right, for real. For real. With all that being said, like I said, a man who guards his mind wins the war. That's all I got, man, for today. Remember, young king, you are a winner, but winning is a choice. So whatever you do, listen to me. Whatever you do not quit. It's Coach D. I'm out.